An ever-needed win, Golden Boy again. Mimi, we got to talk about stakes for 2G because they're the Ascended team and they need to qualify for playoffs, just to even have a chance to fight in Ascension. Otherwise, they're auto-relegated.
Yeah, it's kind of tough when G2 is the other Ascension team because you have to make it to playoffs at least to have the right to play in Ascension. But anything more than that, you know, you make it champs, you have to outplace G2. Let's take a look at our agent selected, already locking in Silence on the Jet. Spike showing that he doesn't have that depth in his agent pool of duelists. He is a Neon Yoru player, and he doesn't really play the Jet. He doesn't really play the Raze. So they put Silence, the man who is stepping into his role, there instead.
Much like the agent select in map 2, I have so many questions about this approach. I think given how electric Spike has been, you'd want to continue to feed the kid, right? Continue to put him in positions to go off. And
the two issues is he's not really an offer, and he's clearly not very comfortable on Jet or Raze. When you look at his time in Tier 2, it has been all about the Neon on that meteoric run the team had to win Ascension last year.
Meanwhile, Vanilla on the other side of the stage to match. Yay, back on the Jet.
Yeah, it seems like the majority of our teams are choosing to go back to default, just that Cypher there. Instead of the Killjoy that was pretty much always the #1 on this map. Can go either way, though.
I'm glad we caught that on camera. Into Ascent we go. Here in just a couple of moments, the decider in this best of 3. Evil Geniuses looked really comfortable on Lotus. Derek had an incredible performance. But this is back to where we expect EA to be the one to kind of take over.
Had a rough first game on Jet.
Yeah,
now on the roll again. Trying to show up for his team as 2G start out on defense. This one looks aggressive. Paranoia ready in B main. A Jet dashing down mid too.
Right off the bat, the flash, the dash. A Shark's attack on the pistol.
And they're rewarded.
What an aggressive call. And now Ye's in this awkward spot.
Mollied off, cut down by Spike. And that is a clean pistol for 2G. Nature already revealed in Sabrosa. And he'll go too. That is bold. 2025.
Yes, it is.
Calling a mid-crunch on your pistol round. Works out though. Really nicely done on the utility. Silence showing up on the Jet early on. I want to make something quick, right? That like this guy, he has been playing the Jet a lot before. When they didn't have Spike in the team, he was the one who was playing that as well. So it is normal for this to be the way they're going, but I still understand why you're a little disappointed, right? Because I'd love to see a Spike that's willing to lock in that Jet, that's willing to lock in that Raze as well. It just doesn't seem to be the way it's going for 2G.
Well, so far, it seems to be working out just fine. Off that early aggression, Evil Genius is just bringing a Sheriff into the round for Ye. Spike taking some damage. Spam not connecting. Meanwhile, Silence is taking B main for free. That's a clean shot. That'll start things off quite nicely. But a reset. And again, B main is not theirs. Look at how far up Silence is. Paranoia will push him off the angle. A little bit off the mark, but second time's a charm, or so they say. And now they have to rotate back into this Marshall. And that's not really an option.
This map, to me, feels like a really big test for 2G. They're a team that is known for those explosive maps. The Neon, the Breach, the stuff that we saw both on Lotus and Sunset that they nearly won this Series 2-0 on. What they've never really been known for is a team that can really slow things down, has super high-level macro, especially since they had to just recently put LZ into the IGL role after Zap's dramatic departure in Stage 1. So if they can beat a team like EG that is known for that is super fundamentally sound, that is great at these slow, honestly boring comps, then that's a big statement for them to start their year beyond just getting the series win.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you.
10 seconds left.
They try to push their way into the teeth of the defense from 2G, and Silence gets his 4. The Marshall pops off. 2G holds serve.
Yeah, only 2 off his Blade Storm to start this one. Couldn't ask for much more from your Jet. Has enough to buy it off this round if he wants to go that direction. And now our first look at how EG wants to play this one out. Don't expect to see quite as much flair early on. Instead, what I'm looking for is when they're playing this slow, consistent game, you need to see a Ye that is delivering in the first picks, because he was struggling in that department when he played the Jet map one. Gotta see more out of this guy as Silence, the Jet on the other side, already has an op.
And Ye is here. Eyes on him to get an aggro line, and Silence gets the best of him right off the bat.
Huge pick. Already EG stalled out. Now still gonna have a chance to go for this one. Paranoid to get their Omen into market, but Silence is ready.
I wonder how much they know because the trip is still up. Derek is forced on the other side of it. Are they expecting Supa, who has TP'd past the trip?
You see the caution ping in spawn. They heard the TP, but they haven't figured out exactly where he is yet.
Yeah. The smoke will go out towards B main. You mentioned Gobera at the ready with the Marshall.
Okay.
Supa gets the best of him. Takes some damage for it, though. And now Derek can get a little bit more active.
No flashes for Nature. No paranoia. They have nothing to deal with the player's backside.
And the player's backside were the problem. Now Silence is going to try to hang on to this as best as he can and will succeed.
I have the spike.
Derek has no way through. So they carry the op into the next round. Prize gets 3 kills that round. He's more than halfway to having his ult online now, too.
And that's exactly what you're worried about, what we were setting up, right? That you needed to see a Ye locking in here, but gets caught by the op. Really nice pick on where Silence wanted to play there. Re-swings in right after that KO flash. Gets the opener. And then all of this util had to be expended just to get out. That by the time they're pushing into backside, it's easy pickings for 2G.
And I want to be clear about something because I agree with you. Ye is the one who has to open things up, but the life of a Jet on a map like Ascent is miserable.
On attack, it's
yes,
wonderful on
defense.
defense.
yeah.
To be clear.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And so there's a lot on his shoulders, but I mean, it is Ye. LZ waiting on the other side of the smoke. You hear the orb. Plenty of threat there. Really nice flash. But LZ cannot connect.
Well, LZ, paranoia still to try and hold on to this one. Getting overwhelmed now, Doug.
See what he can do to keep them back. A couple of big kills out from the Sheriff. Spike dancing around. 8 HP. Swings into the second fight.
Cage triggered.
Derek, door in his face. Too late to have huge impact on this round. But maybe a chance in heaven. Oh, he made a step. They're watching.
They know.
They're ready.
Well, or so we thought.
Was that not his step I heard? Might not have been. Derek shock darts.
Spike is weak, has been weak all around. Finally falls.
30 seconds left.
Prize feels the walls closing in. It's a thrifty round as Derek gets 3 and EG get on the board.
Gets away with some devious work in heaven. Walks his way up, gets the opener, recovers a gun, and does it himself. Derek, always the initiator player for EG. Got to see him drop 30 on Chamber last map. And he keeps that form. Back on his usual roll.
Steady out from Icy.
It's truly a best case scenario round for EG after getting bonused in the previous. Immediately right back in, your ult start to roll. You feel a little better about this one.
Silence still has the op. A peek out from tree this time around with a flash to set him up on it.
Can Ye win the opener here?
With a Phantom and no help.
Not quite.
No.
And they're gonna rip the ult, but they've already lost their dive, so it's still tough to get out on site with Gobera stuck in hell.
Those trades those fights have to start going the way of EG if they want a shot at this. As soon as that goes down, everything else crumbles. I don't even know where he is. The flash out to try to punish.
One enemy remaining.
Derek's left in a 1v5.
I know exactly where he is. Dart in his face.
Unfortunately, this feels inevitable. As 2G will very likely get on to 4.
And it's rough, both gun rounds now. 2G gets an off opener to start onto Ye. EG still try and continue into their execute and lose out on it. I'd like to see an EG that slows things down a little bit, be a little more thorough in how we're clearing out this op. Because right now, Silence is 10-1. Not even the main duelist player for this team. Still frying on the Jet. But unfortunately, they're broke this round. It's an eco for EG.
They don't even have blades at this point.
No. He only has the 6 orbs from kills and deaths.
Scanning ahead.
We'll carry a Guardian into this round. A bold line out from Silence. Box a dash. No one there on the other side, but the trip has been cleared. It does not look like there will be a re-aggress.
Yay with the Hero Guardian.
Dash is ready too. There's a lot behind the defense here for 2G. And the dash is expired. So he had no way out. He just had to dry swing into that. Now they've invested the Hunter's Fury too. The Paranoia out. Meanwhile, the op still focused on the other side.
How is he alive? No!
Oh.
Dog, that shouldn't happen!
No. No, it should not. No, it should not. Somehow EG still up in numbers in this. Prize tries to find a window. Nature pulls off the plant, still gets a kill on the Prize.
Spike planted.
How are they winning this round?
Is he gonna save? It looks like he's saving.
Yeah, he is. Keep the op.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get a look at that one more time.
Yeah, they get the opening pick. And then get a second with just the 360 no-scope on the operator. Okay. EG win the round, though. Honestly, not sure how. A little bit more attentive on what was happening B main. But it is Derek again finding impact. He's having a really great day for EG.
Thrifty.
So it looks like the op will be carried over. Still blades for Silence. Spike one off of his ult.
Watch them run when lit by my
And
side.
Prize has his ult too.
Okay, okay. Put the no-scope in the bag, EVS. Show us the replay.
One more time.
Okay.
There's the try swing out from Ye.
Yep.
Right.
Some nice sheriff shots from Nature. Okay, whiffs. In a cloudburst, 360. No scope.
Right. Yes.
Literally MW2 montage. Yeah, my reaction too.
Silence this time posted up across mid. And that seems like exactly where EG's headed.
I like the slower approach. Start heavy into mid, walk up. They think there's a gap in tree room. Second round in a row where they're going to try and exploit that.
Remember, Prize has his ult.
Deploying drone.
He's leaning towards tree. Now they know where the op is.
Yeah, that's great. But Silence is not leaving. Here. Sticks around on the line.
Dart to make sure the market is clear. But they're not fully committing either which way. The spike is leaning towards Cat, and now the ult is used. Bedlam across the middle of the map while Ye dashes forward. Derek is down. And it's on Ye to try to open it up. They wait to see if he will find success, and he does.
That pick was everything. Opens up the B side, allows the Omen to TP in. Still, the spike is not forded the river. That is a long ways away in the hands of Nature. And his teammates just have to hold on for the next 10 seconds. Let him get into this site.
30 seconds
I
left.
believe the knife tagged the two members outside of market. Icy's gonna have a lot to deal with. There is some help on lane. The flash. No swing yet. Spike will have a second. But instead, they choose not to use it. They swing dry, and Icy's there to greet them. With a sliver of HP, the Sentinel holds the line.
There was a dart, there was a flash. It just comes a second too late, and Icy does well. Trades are there, and EG finally winning out an honest round here. Rifle v rifle.
Another save situation for Silence with the op. but well handled from EG. And again, I think we talked so much about Ye and how Ye needs to be the one to open it up. Ye needs to be the one to kind of activate for Evil Geniuses. The pick that you mentioned on B really, really was the catalyst for that. Really did allow that to happen.
Absolutely. If he dies there, there's still an anchor backside. They don't actually have the utils to clear him out. And
right.
It's a completely different character of a round. I like the util pattern from EG in this round. Very thorough in putting down that smoke, having a dart to clear into market. Every step was well considered by them. That's more of the EG I would expect on this map. Coming out now in round 7 as we get into this next one. Again, thanks to that save, Silence has his op.
Still has only died once as we load into round 8. Same spot as the previous round too, the mid line. Cannot TP out, waiting for the threat that will not come. At least not yet.
Revealing area.
EG's whole thing here is just figuring out where the op is. Taking their time, pushing Silence off his angle, burning that dash. They'll block him off in mid. Dash prod, Silence wants to go through, but there's no one there to reward his risk.
He's expecting, oh, he is close by. Derek has to be careful.
But off of that smoke fading, Derek's gonna be aware of this now. At least he should be.
Get out of my way!
Ye pops the knives, started this round with an attacking op. Now gearing up for an execute.
It's not B. They drop a trip, which will suggest that they're headed A. Silence has the cross.
Spike is stuck in this corner, has the ult to rip, but that's a big kill. Icy's down, and now EG have to excel into Spike.
They're going to be able to get back to Eve and get the Spike in time, much less deal with the actual Spike and tree. A 5v2 now, 13 seconds left. The round is done.
Save. No way to win this round anymore.
And the attack side up here is gone. I don't even think they're in a position to recover it. They're not.
Fades away. And 2G get a round back. In that one, EG, you saw how long they were waiting, just holding, hoping that Silence would take some kind of risk, give them an opportunity. But he's more patient, has a very late punish onto Icy, and because they just let so much time drain away, not quite thorough enough to clear Spike in that off angle. Which, to be fair, it's kind of wild to see.
Yo, that guy catches us off a lot.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird to see a KO with ult holding in that corner. And Soup is absolutely right. They're going to have to take a moment to talk, figure things out here.
Now, Mimi, we often talk about how in these vanilla comps, the defensive side tends to be favored on Ascent.
Big time.
Do you feel like that is the case here as well, or is there something you're seeing that would suggest otherwise?
Yeah, for sure. And I think one of the biggest reasons you're seeing that is just how much impact you can have as a defensive jet op. Like the majority of EG's macro this map, thus far, since we've gotten into rival rounds, has just been about figure out where the op is, either punish him, burn the dash, and then avoid him and try and go into a late execute. It is always going to be an advantage for those defenders. And to GG's credit, I think they've been playing that pretty well. Silence has been having big impact, but EG has still gotten a couple rounds across the board. Already 3 at this point is a solid start. They're going to need more going into the second half. I like the way they started that round. I think they just have to be a bit more proactive with what they're doing with that second layer of util. Let's hold on. 2G, they've switched the op into Gobert's hands. This is going to be another one of those mid pinches.
It's the pistol. It's the pistol. Again, the flash, the dash, Soup has to TP away. And Silence is ready for it. Derek, really nicely done to change back, and now Evil Geniuses on stable footing.
That was a great flash from Nature. Sends it high over the top, sets up Supa to go one for one. And now EG in control here. A 4v3 man advantage, and time working in their favor.
So many options here. LZ has to be careful. I understand the need, the desire to try to
Oh, this is weird.
get things back in your favor, given that you're down in numbers, but This is where danger
Down
often
mid.
rears its ugly head.
I know exactly where.
Given back as quickly as this found, and now the neural theft used. You're gonna find that B is soft, and they can fully turn attention that way and do so quickly.
Prize stays on the site. 1v3, rounds on him.
You imagine Gobert is gonna try to play real safe with the op, never mind. And so now you're right, the round is on Prize. And instead of dealing with the devil that they
30
know,
seconds
they
left.
rotate away. They're gonna go to A.
The devil that they don't is to update, there's no devil on A. They've got that site for free. We'll get a plant down, close the door, play an advantage post. Percentage Valorant from EG.
Spike planted.
And Prize looking at the money. Is Ethan gonna go for this? He's taking his sweet time. Probably looking to just save though.
Yeah, I think if Nop is still a part of the win condition on the defensive side, you would expect that to be the case.
Who had it? Gobert, I think. You see, EG
Yes.
is pinging the op in spawn. They're gonna go try and police that.
They don't seem too interested.
Or maybe they're at least thinking about it. Not for now. A really bold call out of a timeout for 2G. Run back their piss around that they found such success with. But it comes back to the supportive util for EG. Both Supa and Nature were really on point with the util they were using for each other. I talked about Nature's Splash. Supa had a well-timed paranoia as well to keep himself in control, and EG trades out, gets an advantage, and they're a team that's really strong at playing out those advantage situations and winning a round like this one.
One enemy
A
remaining.
really nice setup by LZ, but again, just a little bit too far. So EG get to 4, which is often discussed as the magic number if you're going to play the attack side ascent. We'll see if that is enough.
Look at the ults though, they are wealthy.
Yeah.
Got the KO ult ready to go.
Yep.
Omen ult to combo on some kind of exec with that as well on the defensive side, but I mean EG, they're happy with what they have as well. Can just rip and execute off Nature's Own.
That trip just got put back down outside of B main. Same one that was cleared at the beginning of the round.
Some of the little micro you get to have with the Cypher versus playing the Killjoy, where you have a refresh when you pull back your alarm bot. Avoid getting your util shocked early on. One of the small advantages that Cypher has. Silence just prowling with this op in mid yet again.
Take flight.
That paranoia is going to be off the mark. Silence has a lot to do here. Still finds one. You see Nature jump across mid.
But now the team is separated. Silence is still holding this line, locking EG out.
You have to wait for anything to try to get across. Supa, they're dead. There's a little bit more here. Now they know.
30 seconds.
Derek has given his position away. Somehow stays alive. Is he going to re-swing this? Yes, he is. Silence gets his 3.
But a 2v1 on site.
Yeah, but help is on the way.
One enemy
And
remaining.
Gobert does such a beautiful job at buying time. 10 seconds left on the
10
round.
seconds left.
Nature, not many options. The tap is just bait.
6 for 2G. Nice supportive util from Spike there, hurling flashes over the top onto B. Gobert just dancing around for what feels like years back sight. And all of that is to discount the individual impact Silence is finding. He catches his timing literally half a second before that KO ult would have Ajaxed his dash, and he would have been stuck and died. Like, that's so well timed.
And to be able to find a target when there are 3 in front of you is so much easier said than done. That smoke goes down, you've got options. How often do you see players whipping that?
Ahead.
Not Silence.
Target selection was great, 16-2 for him. Still has the op.
Blocking sight.
This time on the receiving end of some damage.
Just a B split for EG. They're going quick here.
Paranoia will attempt to clear. The TP out from LZ, back B. Gobert is dead. The flash will buy a little bit of time. They've stalled out a bit here, EG
They're
have.
fighting into CT.
They're gonna try to take this fight, try to scale up.
Spike!
Spike gets his 2. There's the op with the 3rd. Silence Blades online. Round 11 and the Spike out of reach. Has to win this fight and cannot.
Shot dark. Defeated.
It's a free one for Derek.
1v2, he's got a minute.
Healing area.
This makes this a little bit more possible.
2G are split up. A 1v1 against LZ.
He can't cross. LZ's here, and that's such a deep angle. Do you really check it that
He
far?
does.
Yes. Oh, Derek!
How the hell did Derek just win that?
The Red Bull clutch for EG!
Unbelievable.
I can't believe he won that out.
Those last 2 shots are near instantaneous for Derek. To check your watch, is it 2021? LCQ Derek back in action.
Oh,
And what a big round that is. Gets 5 on the board on the attacking side, keeps the money up. Going into the last round of the half.
Derek has his ult too. LC pushed, challenged,
Spike down.
and that challenge was not wise. LC's there to greet, but again, Evil Geniuses punch back. As soon as there's an advantage, it's gone. And so now the round slows down at 3 apiece. And Op still in the hands of Silence.
Supa still 2 off Omen ult, so no easy way to recover that spike. But it's in a shallow enough position. If that smoke stays up, you can grab it and jump away pretty quickly.
Cover going out.
Really nicely played by LZ there. Derek has a dart.
2G's gonna concede this spike, just play a 3v3 instead grouped up. But EG doesn't know that. They still have to take a lot of time to clear out this area in Catwalk, to pick up that spike before they even decide where to head.
And the problem is there isn't a ton of
30
time left,
seconds
Mimi.
left.
At this point, they're gonna have to just turn it into an A hit, I think. No, still a moment, but they have to go now if they're pivoting into B. And look who's here, 2G, ready with 2 players on site.
Fives will greet the first, all 3 spotted, 13 seconds left.
Revealing area.
And the defense has
10
been
seconds
bolstered.
left.
Time,
Op is still here. They just can't find their way
5
in.
seconds, it's over.
Remaining.
No real way out.
down.
Derek left alone. Silence hits the shot. 2G gets a 7.
EG let it trickle a bit too long on the clock. And what a heads-up play from 2G. Concede the spike at just the right moment, pivot 2 players into B to hold that site, and set up for a retake on A. That was really nicely done, and secures them a critical 7th round. Despite that, though, EG get 5 on attack. They win a pistol, and they are still primed to run away with the defensive side.
Yeah, and again, we got to re-hit this
Hey,
now. It's going to
5
be
is
EA on
insane,
defense.
boys. No?
We'll see what he can do. 19-3 for Silence. We'll see if he can keep up that pace on attack as well. We're going to throw it to a very quick break when we return. The conclusion of Ascent.
The human body was built to move. Not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you. Gamers, hybrid workers, artists. Backing your every move.
2G desperately trying to clutch onto a 2-round lead to win potentially their second series in franchise history. I'm Doug, with me on the call is Mimi, and now we've got to see, Mimi, what EG do on defense.
The stakes are obvious for 2G to stay in the league, to get their slot in Ascension by making it to the playoffs in Stage 2. For EG, though, I think there's a lot of pressure. This is a team that went from extremely low expectations to top 4 in Stage 1, trying to hold on to that as they start on defense against what looks to be a fast pop towards B.
These pistols have delivered every single map, hasn't it? This time fast. LZ and Prize get the advantage.
Really interesting there. They feign like it's an incredibly quick hit into the B site, but then are running back and are ready to punish the players quick rotating through mid. Good stuff from 2G. Now a 5-on-3 advantage to play with.
If they are able to get away with this pistol, all of a sudden, they have a real shot at this.
EG won both the pistols last map. But remember, on map 1, 2G had some great ideas with the Neon. Show it here too. Fortunately, Gobera falling there. Put their advantage down a little. Still, like, B is open. They're going to have a 4v3 post plant. This is a great spot for them.
See what kind of utility they have. A Frenzy and a Ghost. Prize weak. I mean, Spike and LZ are too. There's not a lot of health to go around. And how often have we seen 2G scale up in these positions? This time, they decide to take a step back. LZ playing in main, Silent up close. There's that Frenzy. He's right next to him. Oh, Nature gets the best of him. And now weapon upgraded. Time becomes a serious factor here. That knife will not tag, and now LZ has to make a move. Here's the footstep, spots a target, and it's messy. Oh, it's so messy, but it's all good. 2G holds it down.
Rewarded for a nice set piece at the beginning. And well, it did get a little close there. Hold strong. Show some nice crossfires in that late B post plant. And win a pistol here. Those are few and far between on map 1.
You mentioned it. I love that call. To make it look like you're accelerating B and then turn back around knowing there's going to be pace on the other side.
Yeah, because they're literally hearing 4 players.
Right.
EG is like thinking that the risk is at most they're going to be facing 1 person in mid, and that works out for him there. EG don't buy anything into this round other than a Sheriff for Ye. And so they're in a position with another rough start to the half. Lost the bonus in the first one. Despite that, pulled together an impressive attack side.
Flash to re-clear. Even with a knife. Surprised. Wanting to confirm the information that they could have had there. And now they don't like what they see, they don't like what they feel, and they head towards B. A trip is up. Icy is here. And he's playing back sight. Oh yes, it's a classic. That Shock not going to find the first trip. EA will find a little bit of something there with the Sheriff, but the gun difference will secure the round for 2G.
Simple stuff for them. Just take that B site, trade things out nicely, and show another half where Silence gets a lot of kills on the board early. Hoping to maybe get a round 3 Bladestorm. I think he's going to be too far away for that, even if he gets this last kill onto Nature. But this is a great start for them. I love to see that 2G is still really setting the pace. They're still going for a lot of these like aggressive set ideas that they had on their Neon maps, even while it's Silence locking into that role. And to be honest, I think Spike has been really solid on the KO. It's not the 30 bomb takeover in his first ever game that we saw on Sunset, but his util's been solid. He's been all right individually. This is a team that is showing they can hang in the slow, default, macro-heavy maps too.
Which was a question that we had. It was a question that you posed. And for them to be able to respond in the face of EG and answer that question has been very impressive to watch. 3 rounds in a row now, going back to the previous half.
But I think where that question really has to be answered is on this attack side, is in the rifle rounds. If that newly minted IGL LZ can make the right calls, get his team into these winning positions, and close out these last 4 they need to secure the series.
Early flash dart setup. A lot of presence towards A. Soup immediately has to take a step back. Has struggled in this map. And it's actually Derek who gets bested, but Supa holds it with 2.
Now a 3-on-3. Nature has util to make this retake happen. A flash, a molly, a knife still available. And EG grouped up towards heaven.
Spike one off his ult after that plant. Playing down low, eats the flash, can't see a damn thing, and Nature gets 3. Leading from the front as EG get around.
Just a perfect flash from Nature. Dives in, tucks behind Generator, and manages to swing in for all 3 kills himself. Lovely stuff. For a round that started rough. Losing Derek in Treat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just getting spammed there through the corner. It's all about Supa and Nature. Keep this one home for EG. They won't lose both bonus rounds this game.
Big
There's a
round
lockout
out from
there.
Nature.
Yeah, now he has a KO for this round as well.
But the money's weird.
I'm interested to see where they set up their Cypher. 2G has a KO ult this round, and you see he's leaving his util on B but falling all the way back to shift into that anti-KO setup, which means trips will be online even if they elect to slay him into B late for 2G.
I believe that knife was sidestep too. Yeah, Supa doesn't get tagged.
And look, that's exactly what's happening. 2G is grouping back towards B. They're going to try and pop this one with the KO ult, and those trips are still online.
They've got to expect this. They've got to realize this is a possibility. This is a threat. Not only is all the utility here, but they have 3 members from the defense just waiting for the swing, and they don't accelerate out of it, but it doesn't seem to matter. They're the trips. They are the problem. Silence able to get 1.
Not ready yet.
Derek swinging behind the smoke, looking for a little more, and the solo mission will not come to fruition. But through that, there's still a shot at
Player
this.
standing.
And that shot just got significantly less likely. Prize left in a 1v3. He's hearing the jump spot. Finds a little safety. But Superman's Guardian's waiting for him on the other side.
That round went exactly the way EG thought it did, or thought it would, and exactly the way that they wanted to. Switch into the anti-KO setup, have their trips online, have 3 players ready to anchor, and even their Supa, I believe, throwing down an anchor smoke while he was still out of range. You see it coming in there. That does so much to help Derek stay alive backside. Beautifully done by EG. That is going to break the bank for 2G. Just a hero rifle on Silence this round.
Early knife at the beginning of the round. Supa's ahead of this. He heard the drop. He gets the kill onto Silence. They're going to be able to pick that weapon back up. Goes into the hands of Prize. But this hit is already stalled out so much, and there really isn't a plan B. There's no real other option on the other side, as you're going to have a late lurk out from Gobera. But through all of that, they still managed to get out onto the site.
4v3 now. This is a tough one to hold for 2G. A flash and a paranoia, maybe their only hope. But EG all grouped, ready to play out this retake.
Paranoia will buy a little bit of time. I don't know that it's going to be enough, though. LZ falls. Nature tries flooding out of heaven. Wait a second. Couple kills go away, but EG secure the round.
It was a good counter flash to stay up for a second there from 2G, but not enough to win the round here. EG,
Team Ace.
again, showing a pretty good setup, willing to give ground against the eco, play their set retakes, and now they're a round away from evening this game. And my question now is this going to be the round we get to see Ye's off come online? Because we haven't actually seen that being bought in thus far. And, you know, he's a guy who's obviously known for his
I saw him on the
history.
jiggle and I was like, you were never going to turn around.
His history on that weapon, and as we get out the replay, we do see it bought up for Ye. That's going to add an extra challenge to what 2G is trying to do on their attack side here.
Not unaware to it. All the success 2G had in that exact same play.
2G has largely been showing really fast hits, couple A slams in a row, so they start this off really passive, just holding for an A execute. So they're not going to give away that weapon is in play just yet. My question is, at what point does Ye get antsy and reposition somewhere else?
Cage triggered.
A one-way cage, give him a chance to scale up a little bit further. Meanwhile, there's a really passive holdout B. Playing behind the trips.
Supit's walking up so far here on A. Halsey somehow escapes with his life.
He realized there's help on the other side. That's now 2 members of 2G that have been tagged up.
And remember the op dog, it's still here on A.
Can Ye find a mark? Yes, he can. And now everything slows down. This has been a bit of a mess for 2G.
Gobera is in spawn. He has walked all the way around through mid and has a backstab onto Ye. But Ye's aware of it,
30
watching
seconds
with
left.
the Blade Storm in heaven.
Realizing the threat that's waiting on the other side. Did that knife tag him? Yeah, he did. So Blade's not in play, and now the paranoia has to be dealt with too. But Ye may have just bought enough time. 13 seconds left. The spike's still not out on site.
10 seconds
Patience out from the duelist.
planted.
Not really forcing the fight, not pushing the pace. That's 2 found, 3 on the round for him. What can Gobert and Prize do? In the face of the Blades, they will fall! As it's an ace for Ye.
He's back. A rough start to this series on the Jet, but shows up with the Blade Storm in a critical round. Outside of just his mechanics there, the way he navigates that situation is really nice. Tucking in towards hell, staying alive, repositioning on the operator. It nets a 4th round in a row for EG.
Friendly reminder to follow at iBuyPower on social media. Use hashtag UnlockYourAce for a chance to win some goodies in the way of a $100 Riot gift card and a $100 gift card in iBuyPower rewards. Beautifully played by Ye. You mentioned his stall. Doesn't force anything, gets hit by the knife, doesn't fully commit out onto forcing a bad situation. Very well done. And just like that, that's 4 rounds in a row for EG. They're tied.
And now I'm back to asking for a 2G who can show me that they can slow the game down, that they can play more of these mid rounds and find a solution. Because thus far this has largely been harder executes that have ended up in some close rounds, to be fair, but have largely been lost from EG playing advantageous retakes right at the end.
I think it's also hard to call through some of these mid-round situations where you're losing a lot of these early engagements. Maybe not necessarily as far as kills go, but you think about this last round, you had 2 members that were down to, what, 20 HP?
Yeah.
As soon as the round had started.
Yeah, they started that one really slow, right? Got full walked up on by EG, but had to invest so much util to clear that first layer of the players in main, but by the time they're actually executing into the operator, don't have anything in the tank to deal with him.
Right.
They're investing into this round. Around Silence Blade Storm. And I'm asking for the macro, I'm asking for the slow rounds, but they might just be ready to show us a win on a quicker one.
Now, Spike is 1 off of his ult. If he grabs the orb, take a look at where IC's playing. All of those trips will be dealt with.
And the Cypher is on site to eat that null command this time.
Exactly.
Shadows traveling.
Smoke through, it's actually the knife. It's the dash, Silence backside. Ye close by, he got a kill with the op, still playing inside the smoke, trying to stay alive. Meanwhile, the Hunter's Fury causes problems. Nature just waiting on the other side. Patience is a virtue, and Ye tees off again.
Time to die.
Evil Geniuses slaughter 2G.
Where has this Ye been? He had his resurgence last stage, but now he's showing up on the Jet, showing up with the op, and proving why he's here. At the beginning of the year, Potter talked about this EG as a squad of second chances, a team that no one chose to be on, that no one had as their first choice.
I know scuffed his ass.
He did.
And he did.
But now, months
Saw it.
on from that, after already proving themselves last stage, they're showing up here again, in control of this series, and 3 rounds away from shutting down their opponent from Ascension.
And to be clear, there were questions. There were doubts throughout the series. But you're right, EG have settled.
Ye was literally on teams where he did not win a series pretty much for 2 years. It was brutal on Bleed in Pacific, on DSG in Tier 2. Now finally back, showing us the player that he was in 2022, here again 3 years on.
Standing ahead.
Dart will confirm a little bit of presence. Not fully revealing what's on the other side. Now they're going to try. Now they're going to try the null command to try to get in through tree, but Nature and Derek spam through it all.
Will be able to get the res online, but it's still just brutal. Supa locks down main. 2G shut down completely here. A flawless round from Evil Geniuses as they make their way to 11.
I think you asked for 2G to deliver on some of this slower rounds, on some of this more default mid-round calling, and what can LZ do to get 2G into position to close this map out? And I think, Mimi, that question has by and large gone off unanswered.
They've been banging their heads into the wall on these executes, and EG has been winning it.
Let's go. We just spam the shit out of them.
Pretty much. You see the reaction there. The coach of 2G. What do they have up their sleeves? A round of last chances here.
Must win for 2G. Yay, with the op already up tree. No real threat, but I don't know how they're going to cross on this.
He is so confident, just walking down mid.
There is help on the other side. That flash is nice. Nature was there with him.
Mid.
The spam to make sure nobody swings out from tiles. Beautifully done. And a very quick glance at the money for 2G. If they lose this, EG are on series point and 2G are on scraps.
And already your KO player gone. The star you were so excited to debut here today. The walk back into A, but Ye is there, holds the line. I think they have to save.
Yep.
No money left in the bank, no way to win this round in a 3v5. And EG are rich. They will hunt. It's just a matter of when.
Such a deflating half for 2G. Last couple of rounds, really. And so you're right, they have to clutch onto
30
their
seconds
pearls and
left.
hope they can carry those into the next round.
Silence was 7-0 on opening kills in the first half. He has not opened a round for them thus far on attack. They have just not found a way to get in. They've been asking their duelists, their whole team, to slam into these execs in so many of these rounds.
10 seconds left.
Here again, make
Gun.
some attempt, but they don't even get a chance to execute. Instead, it's just Ye walking down mid. It's A main getting held, and Doug, here comes the hunt. 6 seconds to hold these guns.
I don't know that Gobert will be able to. Meanwhile, there's a threat on the other side. Yeah, Gobert falls, but Silence will keep his. So 2 rifles carried into the next round on series point, and 7 rounds in a row for EG.
So they only get 2 full guns this round. Couple Guardians, a Stinger. It is bad, facing down series point. And since Ye got this op online on defense, he has been tearing it up. Another opening pick from him in that round. This is an EG steamrolling their way to a win. Now 1 round away.
And honestly, I don't see what stops this train. Such a miserable position to have to call from. But LZ has to find a way. A stinger for Spike. I don't believe the drone caught anyone there.
It's a slower round now. 2G take their time and bed Silence up mid. But EG's just not giving away a pick. Ye again on a very passive angle. Supa just jiggling in main.
He's
now,
up there.
oh, nearly loses his head. Does Silence in mid.
Knife will confirm just 1. There's a lot more waiting on the other side, though. Do they try to split into this? They've got the op they're going to have to deal with, and all the Cypher util.
Nature has no command to rip too.
Ye pushed back off the line. Providing a little bit more cover. That's a second miss from Ye. These are rare. Meanwhile, Nature now down. Ye strikes.
Down B.
Tries to get across the paranoia. He's going to buy a little bit of time, too.
3 players backside for EG. How does 2G break this? Only 20 seconds.
They have to push the pace. That's 2 down. Nature and Ye fall. Supa trying to spam through. That's 1 kill. Make that 2 as Icy delivers. Silence and LZ, they had the advantage. And now they're outnumbered. Huge out from Silence. Getting things down to a 2v2, but now it's all on the duelist to answer the call for 2G. Can he deliver? No. Evil Geniuses come back with a perfect second half on a set and take down 2G.
Just an impeccable defense side from EG. Series got close, nearly lost on Lotus. But instead, they dig deep and show that this team that made it to top 4 had that nearly qualifying run to Toronto last stage. Still has it, especially for Ye. The map he had here on Ascent, that second half, so impactful. And that is a massive heartbreak for 2G. You think about them needing at least 2 wins this stage to make playoffs, to book their slot to Ascension. And that is one they would love to have back, just a few rounds away in their debut from taking down EG.
They needed that one. A lot to be excited about, but EG, for as much as we talked about, there were some questions. They looked like they struggled a little bit. Potter even mentioned it. A slow start even by their standards.
But the depth was there. This is not going to be another stage where EG has to bounce back at the very end.